as our reality, as a superconscious breakthrough. And Pratyaksha Pramana. Beautifully, Bhagavan has given the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Again and again, it's clearly shown that all of us can manifest the powers. It can be repeated. And Bhagavan, whoever comes to this Kailash Courtyard manifesting power group simply will manifest, because Bhagavan has programmed this space of oneness here. Whoever connects to Bhagavan in the highest cognition simply manifest as the reality. Now let's go to the Shastra Pramana. This is from Veda Agamas, the scriptural references. Shiva Samhita 5.8384.
Space of Paramashiva, the being of.
This Shastra Pramana is taken from the Shiva Samhita 5.83. Jnananya cha pratimam tasya trikala vishayam bhavet dura shrishti dura drishti swechaya kagatam vrajet. Jnananya cha pratimam tasya trikala vishayam bhavet dura shrishti dura drishti swechaya kagatam vrajet.
Power of identifying the sound at a distance. This is from Shiva Samhita, the scriptural references 5.8384. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, he gets immeasurable experience, knowledge, knows the past, present, future, time, has Dura Drishti and Dura Shrishti, the power of listening to anything at a far off distance, or power of having the direct vision of something at a very great distance, anywhere, or move in the air, or also the ability to speak on any unknown subject. All that is a possibility in each of us that can manifest as powers. Each one of us experiencing the oneness with Paramashiva, the integrity with the conscious space. Again and again, integrity is not just aligning to time or some schedule, but integrity to your higher self, not the outer world. Anything which is related to the outer world, the thinking, the action, is only in terms of having delusion. All that we experience is only in the delusion space. All that we need to experience is the oneness space. That is the where Paramashiva again and again gives us the higher clarity, living in the space of oneness with Paramashiva, consciousness that I am Paramashiva, manifest as the ultimate reality, merging into that space of Paramashiva. All the incompletion that we hold, all the powerlessness we hold, again and again put us into the delusion and thinking this world is real, the way we perceive is real. But the way we perceive is only the dream that we are manifesting. If we understand the existential reality, how it is originally, then we will be able to manifest beyond that body and the mind, which is only caught up in the birth and death cycle. Bhagavan is trying to bring us to the superconscious space so we don't have to go through this struggle, and it's always only birth and death. The minute you're born, your clock is ticking for your death. Unless you have a breakthrough at a superconscious space, you're going to have only struggle and more struggle and more struggle. Here Bhagavan is giving us the blessing to experience something beyond, bring auspiciousness, abundance and life into you, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. Beautifully, when Rama meets Kaikeyi, he says the Kaikeyi was very, very upset that all that happened to Rama, that what closest to Rama, but she had to do that whole thing. So people ask Rama, why Kaikeyi, who was so close, did this to you? And why can't she be in good space with you? And Rama beautifully says, he says, I don't have any anger. It is her part to play that role. Somebody has to play the role. Only who is closest to me can play that role and manifest that reality. Unless she plays that role, I cannot manifest what I'm supposed to do. So all the things which are a leela, auspiciousness, which only descends in us when we let go what needs to happen as what it happens. Rama and Sita, both of them know the deer is just the illusion and they know much beyond that. But Rama goes behind the deer and Sita asks for the deer. Lakshmana is wondering what is going on. Both of them enacting the whole thing. But they have to meet Ravana, and to kill Ravana, Rama has to play all the Leelas and simply take up the highest reality so that everybody will get more serious. He literally have to be away from Sita and then wakes up everybody to create that Ravana. And Ravana fights with Rama, and Rama is not able to win Ravana because he's such a Shiva Bhakta and he holds his Atma Linga. Then Surya comes and gives the Aditya Hridayam, and chanting the Aditya Hridayam, he wins over Ravana. All these great epics, so many details in these epics give us the references how it happened before and how the delusion was broken. Just one pattern of lust that he had, Ravana, had to be broken, and his ego has to be liberated, where he becomes again in oneness with Paramashiva. All that he knows and the greatest powers that he had became meaningless with one powerless space. Again and again, Bhagavan lands on the planet Earth for us to understand we are here. The only purpose of our life is to be liberated and liberated from the dream that we are in and saying, I'm struggling, I'm struggling. Instead, living as the consciousness, the higher reality, as the frequency, quantum space, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva and just celebrating Bhagavan, Paramashiva, who has come, landed on planet Earth as Parashakti for us. Being in that space of oneness is what is our very purpose of our life. Bhagavan beautifully blesses all of us with the greatest reality. And listening to that and manifesting as powers simply liberates us from all these impossibilities. Here, Apta Pramanam. When Krishna was born, Kamsa's sister Devaki and Vasudev was going in the chariot when Kamsa heard a voice from nowhere saying that the eighth son will kill you. Even before Krishna was born, he started with the assassination attempt. The whole science, how Krishna had to go through all these Bhagwan, Krishna, Rama, all of them have to go through to remove that arrogance and ego and the identity that we carry so that he can liberate us. He is only removing our attachment to wrong things that we don't have. And we are carried away with that again and again. But letting go the whole thing and surrendering yourself to Paramashiva's lotus feet, some new other reality will start happening in you. And living that 24 by 7 with Ajaba Ajaba, Bhagavan says, we'll be liberated. The beautiful space that he is giving, and all we need to do is just a small listening to manifest the reality. Here, Atma Pramana, Bhagavan's very own Leela, he speaks about Ragupati Yogi, how he used the sound to call the dogs or make the snakes dance or hit the bird which is flying or break the stone. He was a adept in playing with the sound, and Bhagavan beautifully explains that.
On the stone temple pillars, holding one hand. I used to ask him, why are you making me doing all these things? He'll tell me, this is the age to do all these things. This is the age to do all these things. Actually, Ashtanga Yoga can be practiced only before the age of 14. Now I really understand Ashtanga Yoga is designed for the people, that is the syllabus for the people who are in Gurukul before the age of 14. That is not the syllabus for the people who are starting after 14. I tell you, now I can very clearly understand why that yogi was training me in Ashtanga Yoga at the age of, from the age of 3. Actually, my whole physical strength I vow to him. It's just because of his training. Hours together I used to do yoga. He'll make me stand the top seat service, Sirasasana, headstand for 1 hour, 2 hours. He'll make me stand until he'll tell me, till I come back, be like this. And he will go away somewhere. And I should be sitting because I have to have my coffee now. I have to have my coffee or toffee, whatever. So for that, I'll be standing there. And moreover, some of the relationship got developed between me and him. Because of that, I started obeying him. Whatever he says, I started obeying him. And he's also very nice, funny guy. Sound is created. The same decibel sound, if you can create and concentrate it on a product, it'll have the same effect as I have seen. He will just sit in his place and make few sound. It will not be even like a dog's voice. Just that sound. Dogs will come running towards him. He's such an adept in handling the sound. And I've seen him doing all sorts of things. He will break a stone with a sound. He will take a stone and hold in his hand, just create some sound in the throat. And that sound will feel like as if a hammer is hitting, and the stone will be there as a two-piece. He will give it in the hand. He will just take a stone near the mouth. That he will create a sound. The sound will be the same sound of like a hitting the hammer. He used to tell me the sound, when you are hitting the hammer, what sound is created. The same decibel sound, if you can create and concentrate it on a product, it'll have the same effect of as if being beaten by the hammer. And simply the stone will become two-piece and he'll give it in the hand. He's such an adept with the sounds. And just by creating a sound, I've seen him hiding people. He will hide people by creating a sound. Like a scream, the sound will become like a scream. He will hide the people. Actually, in those days, when I don't go to school, the village is too small village, so they will send the school watchman to go around and see wherever the boys are hiding to bring them back, to bring them to school. Whenever my watchman comes, if this yogi is around me, I'll tell him, see, the watchman is coming. We call him as Tata, means the grandfather. The watchman is called as Tata. He was a very elderly gentleman. He is still alive. That watchman also remembers all these incidents. When this yogi is there, I'll tell him, see, that watchman is there. He will create some sound. The watchman will come. He will be standing in front of me, but he will see this side and that side. He will not be able to see me and he will go away.
So beautiful. Bhagwan has how he made him invisible just by the whole science of the sound. All this is very much possible for each of us. We spend 20 years to become a doctor, an engineer, architect, and all kinds of profession. We can be in the space of oneness with Paramashiva again and again, getting grounded to the higher reality that beautifully manifests as powers. More and more we understand, cognize, the only purpose is Paramashiva and Paramashiva Gadi. And again aligned to Bhagwan, simply will manifest the higher reality. This is Shakshi Pramana. He was a special kid, but he was so adept in third eye reading. He even plays a computer game through the third eye, simply beautifully that we can see, witness here how he's manifesting the power who didn't much have anything to do with even regular studies, but he was able to manifest the powers of third eye just by the sound. He was able to move things around in the computer. Let's go to the instruction. Bhagavan has beautifully given us the guidelines how to manifest the powers authentically. If you can video record the whole thing, that is excellent. Or if you have the Kantamala, take the Jnananjan from the Kantamala and apply in your third eye and your temples. And if you don't have, that's okay. Bring your awareness to your third eye. Again and again, Bhagavan says body flexibility and detox using the neem juice. And the neem flower that he said and rice, if you take, it will detox the body. Each one of the instruction, just simple obedience to that, simply will manifest as a higher reality. If you have a partner, you can ask the partner to play a song or a clipping, and you can ask the partner and you can write down whatever you see through your third eye and verify with the partner. If you don't have a partner, you can play any of the YouTube clipping and write down the details, keep it in the mute and play, and then write down the details. You can see if you have manifested the power exactly. These beautiful things, if you have got at least a sentence of 5 to 10 words correctly, then you have manifested the powers authentically. If you got just feel the Kundalini energy or just got few words, you have started manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. All that you need to do is exactly understand how Paramashiva is again and again saying the higher reality. It took us in when Bhagavan said in 2010 that you'll simply download, all the kids, you'll simply download through your third eye. We were wondering what is going to come out of third eye. But we took 3 years to understand Bhagavan, what he was saying. And now all the Balasans can manifest the power of third eye. Each one of us, when we deeply understand and cognize, be ready in that space to receive what Bhagavan is showering. Parashakti, she says, simply sit as 25 heads with 75 hands and 50 hands and 75 eyes. Simply merge into the Paramashiva space, Paramashiva Gadi, and you will manifest as the original reality. The true yourself, who is Paramashiva, manifests through you. All you need is simple integrity and simple obedience. When Paramashiva says, he makes it as our reality. Again and again doing that is the Tyaga. And again, living in the space of Tyaga will make us understand the higher signs. And Shaktipada and Devi, her smile, her gesture, her dance, and all her blessing, removing the karma, attending to each one of them, and showering all the boons on everybody, uncompromised compassion to people even who have heard the Guru. He simply let them go with simple minimum Praishchita as completion process, nothing more than that. For them to realize their inner space, all we need to do is the inner space that we hold. Are we holding Paramashiva continuously? If Ramakrishna is asked, when he was told by his guru, Thotapari, he said, go and tell Kali that, he said, stop worrying about Kali, you be here and understand all these Upanishads. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, okay, I'll go and ask Kali permission to stop thinking about her and come back. And Totapari could never understand those things. But Ramakrishna went and asked Kali that my guru is asking me to do this. What should I do? And Kali blessed and said, okay, you go and study and come back. The oneness space that he experienced with Kali is the ultimate. He put his hand in the wall and showed Vivekananda, see, I'm showing you there is nothing as solid. And when Vivekananda went and hit himself on the wall, it hurt him. He said, I am not able to experience that. But all this is only till we are holding our identity. When he dropped it, and all the Leela Vivekananda played and dropped the identity, simply he was extraordinary that he manifested everything of Ramakrishna and simply created the greatest mission on planet Earth, Ramakrishna mission, the ultimate space of oneness. That's all is required to do anything in the outer world. Nothing to do in outer world as planning, as thinking, as action. Only the action that we need to do is from the space of Paramashiva, manifesting Paramashiva as our reality and intensely chanting the Mahavakya. Now let's entangle with Bhagavan. Now the science is telling about the plasticity, quantum, gut bacteria running your brain, all that Bhagavan has beautifully said in a very simple way, simple integrity and simple obedience. So let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring Parashakti, Devi into your third eye. This is a very deep meditation where it manifests even as reality. All of us all around the world holding this space is going to be phenomenal. Don't miss these great moments that Bhagavan himself is showering after every darshan for all of us, including me, to experience the oneness with Paramashiva. So let's sit straight, intensely chant the Mahavakya. Don't miss chanting the Mahavakya. Yes, you're listening, but deeply chanting the Mahavakya from your navel makes it ajaba ajaba in your throat. Ajaba ajaba means you're not using your tongue to make the noise, but it becomes a sound in your throat. and beautifully merging into the Paramashiva space, the oneness space that you experience again and again, manifest as the highest reality. So let's start the power of clairvoyance, listening to the sound from a distance and writing down all the details. After this Mahavakya, we'll verify everything. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya. You can chant any of the Mahavakya, Om Namah Shivaya, or the Mahavakya we are playing.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
in all our third eye.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up,
Paramashivoham.
manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up,
Paramashivoham.
manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes.
Such a beautiful space, Prasada from Devi. Devi's Prasada is the ultimate gift that you can receive, and ultimate oneness that she showers on each of us. And again, each one of us manifesting that power clearly establish our space of consciousness as the highest priority in our life. Again and again, Bhagavan says, power manifestation is a tapas. The simplest tapas with a cup of coffee and holding that space with Devi. What kind of a tapas is this? It's a joy. It's just a bliss that Bhagavan no idea of all these pandemic, because he just showers on us every single day. Where is the question of any struggle when we are in oneness with Paramashiva? Again and again aligning to the higher reality. Again and again holding that powerful cognition that you are Paramashiva, the beautiful space of oneness with Swamiji will manifest as reality. That is the way we exist. Whatever we perceive is not even existing. We are infinity and nothing can be taken off or nothing can be added. The fear and the struggle comes only when we think something is removed or something is there to add to us. Nothing can be added because we are the whole, and nothing can be removed because we are the whole. All we need to do is decide to be in oneness Paramashiva, and He will show us and guide us the whole that we are, and complete completion will happen in each of us. That is the only reality that we need to experience, and that happens how? How do I know that body can become the consciousness? I only know that I am a body, I am a thoughts. That's all I know. All Bhagavan says is simply drop all that what you know and aligned with a higher identity that I am Paramashiva, I am consciousness. Again and again, that will and surrender all these thoughts to Bhagwan's lotus feet. Intensely doing this again and again, holding the Ajapa, doing the Trineta Kumbhaka. Bhagwan has beautifully given the greatest